Americans are going to be feeling some of the economic impact of Russia's attack on Ukraine as well, all while we are already struggling with these higher prices from inflation. Here to take this on, Congresswoman Nicole Malliotakis of House Foreign Affairs. Congresswoman, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I want to start with this statistic. It's fresh from a Fox News poll that we have. Essentially, Americans talking about the kind of hardship they've been, dealing with as a result of some of these inflationary pressures. And 77% polled said that right now they are facing hardship from grocery prices, 72% from gas prices, 70% on their utilities, 57% on their housing costs. I mean, to add the Ukraine situation to this, it just seems unbearable for some people.
Absolutely. And this started with President Biden's initial policies when he decided to stop energy exploration and production in many parts of the country, when he decided to stop the leasing of the federal lands, when he decided to implement a $1.9 trillion quote-unquote stimulus package that actually made matters worse because it disincentivized people from returning to work and produce the things that we desperately need. It has put a lot of pressure. And so with the energy costs that we've already seen skyrocket, as you mentioned, the home heating costs, gas at the pump, it has all gone up. But then on top of it, you're seeing now the ramifications of a bad energy policy that has been put in place, stopping the Keystone Pipeline, which is leading to more reliance on Russia. We see from Europe what it means to be reliant on your adversaries. 40% of Europe's natural gas comes from Russia, and that is why Russia has leverage right now, and it is why Europe is in a very tough situation. If we were energy independent today, we were continuing to export, we may be able to give Europe an alternative to Putin. And that is incredibly important right now.
It certainly would feel very different, I think, if we could solve some of the gaps and say, you know what, we're going to sanction Russian oil companies, Vladimir and Putin. That's where your revenue comes, and we're going to go right after it because we don't need to rely on you for those energy costs. So I just want to break down for the viewers as well and have this conversation why oil prices are so important. It's not just about filling up your pump, right? Of course, that is important. But it's also the cost of goods and services. So everything becomes more expensive when gas prices go up. Every grocery that's delivered to your store, everything that goes to the hardware store or to the big box stores, it all costs more, and our labor costs are going up too. Gas prices, $3.57 right now, when a year ago they were $2.68, and the experts are saying we should expect them to go, that average, to go above $4.
You're talking about the difference in barrel, $45 to now $100. It is a significant increase and is putting pressure on our entire economy. And as you mentioned, that cost is being passed on with transporting the goods when people go to the grocery store. That is why they're seeing high prices. What can we do now? Well, like you said, we can become more energy independent. We can reverse the policies that President Biden put in place day one. Let's continue exploration, production. Another big thing that was a mistake that we're paying for now is Governor Cuomo in New York's decision to close Indian Point nuclear power plant.
Yeah,
that is another thing. So let's make sure we learn a lesson from what we're seeing in Europe today, because I believe in clean energy and renewable energy, but not to the exclusion and the canceling of our traditional energy sources, fossil fuels and gas. So we need diversification.
You're right about
Europe
that.
decided to cancel. Yeah, they decided to cancel the traditional sources, and now they're relying on Russia for it.
Yeah, no, it's not only diversification, but it's phasing out slowly. Goals of clean energy and alternative energy are very lofty, and we can have them, and we can continue to work on them, but you can't throw the baby out with the bathwater until you're ready to make those transitions. In the last moment that I have with you, just want to play this soundbite from President Biden. This is how he explained this away to the American people the other day.
Defending freedom will have cost for us as well, and here at home. We need to be honest about that. But as we do this, I'm going to take robust action to make sure the pain of our sanctions is targeted at the Russian economy, not ours. This will blunt gas prices. I want to limit the pain the American people are feeling at the gas pump.
This was Tuesday, now it's Friday, and I've seen nothing that he said come to fruition or even see the plans in place for it.
A lot of the sanctions that we're seeing him put in place post-invasion should have been done a month ago. My colleagues and I had called for that, and it could have potentially deterred Putin and stopped this invasion. I think he has been slow to react, and that is part of the problem here. But look, let's make no mistake about it. We are suffering with inflation and the high energy costs today because of the policies he put in place day one. Yes, what's happening in Russia is going to exacerbate the problem for us and will continue to drive up the costs. And it is a result of not responding early on and trying to deter Putin before this invasion started. He should have never given Nord Stream 2 pipeline to Putin while canceling our own gas pipeline Keystone. That was a big mistake, and it sent the wrong message.
Yeah, and people are worrying about Putin's mental state right now. You have to ask yourself what kind of mental state Biden was in when he made that decision. Congresswoman Nicole Malliotakis, thank you for coming on the show. Good to see you tonight.
Thank you.